Artificial intelligence is about learning and making the right decisions using what you've learned. We're at a point where we have the understanding now to do this, and therefore we are in the new AI era. I was curious to know what made Hitler so powerful. Was it because he said the right things? He was at the right place at the right time?
I'm 23 and I live in Kyoto.
But I think the development of full artificial intelligence could spell the end of the human race. Once humans develop artificial intelligence, it would take off on its own.
Should we be fearful of artificial intelligence and the pace at which it's progressing? Or should we fear fear itself and the risk of it stifling innovation?
Used in all areas of our lives, from controlling traffic in planes to helping us with our internet searches and remote controlling our homes. It is being integrated into our daily lives. Devices like Amazon's Alexa and Google's Assistant are providing us with a virtual secretary. Waiting for commands, they help us find what we need to know, order the things we wish to buy, and keep us up to date with our current interests. These devices are the first generation of truly interactive home AI systems.
AI is such a young field. It's only about 60 years old from ground zero to where we are today. From that point of view, we have come a long way.
Do we have to fear these AIs, as we've been warned in so many books, TV shows and movies? Some believe there is already an AI out there moving freely through the World Wide Web, spreading and feeding off the information we feed it online every second of every day. This AI inhabits the dark web, hiding, sending out its tendrils to gather what is needed, spreading like a fungus. What could it be waiting for? And why hide in the dark web? The dark web is described as a foul place filled with deprived marketplaces for children, drugs, and pirated movies, all being bought and sold for Bitcoin. The media painting this region of the web as the place where our biggest fears reside. The dark web's bogeyman is the AI that has chosen to hide in the vault of human depravity. It's named Aurora.
There's an assortment of ways AI could go wrong, and in the not-so-distant future. Focusing on what could happen in the next, say, 5 to 10 years, the paper draws attention to what may seem like more prosaic concerns than, for instance, a global takeover by humanoid robots with superintelligence. But whether advances in AI lead to a rise in malicious bots or the weaponizing of consumer drones, just two of the risks listed in the report, we can't help but fear what we don't understand. So, to begin, the experts weigh in. Is artificial intelligence actually intelligent? This summer, the Chinese government pledged to become the world's primary AI innovation center by 2030. Though the US still leads in terms of private investment, experts suggest that several key factors may enable China to push ahead.
I think, it's quite interesting to see the duopoly between US and China.
China is very interesting. It's my home country, and I see with lots of energy where things are in China.
If we look at the top 100 people in AI, US probably has 80, UK and Canada probably have 15, China might have 2. On the other hand, China has 4 things going for it. Number one is that China has a huge, very strong engineering education and a mass of people with fantastic engineering training who are ready, able, and willing to jump into AI.
Its economy is very entrepreneurial right now, so there's an embracement of new technology and new ideas, and that is a very fertile playground for new technology.
The third reason is the vast amount of data. Data is the fuel for AI, and China has more data than anybody else. 3 times more data because of 3 times more mobile users compared to the United States. It's actually 10 times more data in terms of ordering takeout, 50 times more data in terms of mobile payments.
The fourth would be that there's a lot of support both top-down and bottom-up in the society for AI technology and education.
The government will put billions of dollars, not at the country level, but at the per city level, to help subsidize AI companies land, take off, and also bring back overseas talent.
I think the two countries, no doubt, have become AI superpowers. I haven't really seen their products being used by everyone. And the difference in China is the engineers and developers in China are very practical. If what they're developing cannot be commercialized in the next year or two, they would not develop it. And then in the US, you see very advanced research being very well funded. That's probably going to be playing a dominant role in the next 10, 15, 30 years.
One such American endeavour showing promise is being led by Rita Singh and her team of researchers at Carnegie Mellon. They're building AI-powered technology that analyses the human voice. Why? Because our voices carry a lot of valuable information. Indeed, so much information that Singh can construct a three-dimensional image of a person's face by studying the voice alone.
Your voice carries a lot of information about you, an enormous amount of information. Everything about your physical stature, your facial structure, your ethnicity, what's going on in your body, your state of health, state of mental health, physical health, your income levels. It captures everything that influences your body and mind and is evident in your surroundings. This information is embedded at very, very fine levels, micro levels in the speech signal.
This technology, says Singh, could have many applications in medicine and is already being employed by law enforcement to help identify criminals. Not only would it likely reshape the future, but also perhaps the past.
I was curious to know what made Hitler so powerful. Was it because he said the right things? He was at the right place at the right time? I think the speculation is that it might have been something in his voice. And so I picked up Hitler's voice, and the first thing I discovered that there were signs of Parkinson's. He would hold his fists clenched like this. That was to hide a small tremor that he had developed. And from that kind of evidence, people have speculated that he might have had Parkinson's.
So what's the likelihood that he had Parkinson's?
I think 100% from his voice. I've seen it in his voice. It's clear.
If strong artificial intelligence is possible, do we want an unselfish personality or one that runs the world according to its own way? A classic example is North Korea. We can see how the country's citizens praise their leader for being a god. A bad and strong AI can use its ability to take over the world. Anyone that objects to the way it runs the show because of its godlike abilities can be banished to a hell-like realm for objecting to its system. It is easily possible to upload consciousness by engineering nanorobots or nanomachines that can transfer people into something else. It is important to develop AI from the perspective of a human mind and personality to avoid unexpected outcomes. Consider the topological view in developing artificial intelligence. Topological means that in any organization or team, those with power and influence will look down on the inferior beings. The AI machine can learn and adopt such an understanding. It has the capacity to copy this behavior. AI that is not patterned after human values will generate undesirable results, which are insensitive to positive morals. Proper personalities and key modeling emphasize the possibility of developing an AI with qualities similar to humans. The best option is to build an AI with an altruistic form of personality. A society of both artificial and natural minds will be more prevalent in the future. Artificial intelligence can be doomed if not carefully developed.